Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys got some rest. I partially did. And I hope you guys are having a good trading session thus far. I've only taken 2 trades so far. The first one was a break even, and the second one was a win. So that's kind of where we are today. Thankfully, Rhythmic was not having the data lag issues this morning, so that was nice. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we can end the day green again. This morning has just been a lot of playing around the current open and prior close lines, the middle VWAP line, the previous high, which also is one of my major resistance levels. It's just been kind of playing around. So hopefully we can get something going. My overall bias did change from a buy to a sell around 8:51 this morning, which the level was 8:18.50. And we just created a new session low. Good morning, Rand. Thank you. Good morning. Happy trading. Good luck with the rest of your trading session. How are you trading this morning? Not sure if, let's see, 1969. I've been falling asleep so early. I don't even know what time I fell asleep last night, but I know it was before 2 a.m. So I was up at like 5 o'clock this morning and could not go back to sleep till like 6. So I'm a little tired. I prefer nights where I sleep all the way through. Mm. Can't get into any buys. There wasn't enough of a push down to take the buy. off of the new low. So, and if I get into a sell, it would need to pull back here. All right, and I'm not going to. The volume is showing buy volume, so that sell is now invalid. See, we got more low impact news at 9:30. All right. That's better. $12.89. Good morning, Trenches. How are you? How's your trading session going so far this morning? Back around the current open and prior close. That looks like that. I'm gonna stay in this even though it hit that level like it did yesterday. I'm gonna see if it's probably gonna bounce me out. Since it hit both levels again, it takes me out this time, I know that just needs to be a thing. And it is. Maybe. Yes, no. Maybe so. What is this? 491. All right, so now I know. That's just going to be a thing. If it hits both levels while I'm in the trade, just get out of it. It only needs to happen to me a couple of times. I mean, it's not to say things need to happen to me a couple times to be a rule, but something is, I guess, major of a level like that. I guess I can make it happen. It's no biggie. If that would have put me like super negative, I would have just never got into the trade, to be honest, but it's all good. I know now. Like, it literally, what is that? It went 2 ticks beyond it and just took off the other way. So now I know. What is that arrow? Oh, that's from the trade. I had a feeling too, because that was literally the only thing standing in the way of that trade, is that there's no other major level. The VWAP's all the way down here. I would have taken profit by then. So that happened to me. What, yesterday, was that a divergent? No, that was just a regular trend continuation yesterday, but you don't have to tell me more than a couple times. Trust you me. All right, my levels are back in order. Green about the same as me, not about the same as me. I'm now break even minus commissions, but no, good trading. Hopefully the market is nice to us the rest of the session. I am noticing that I kind of have most of my rules embedded in my head. Sometimes I look down just because I'm like, I just want to double check, but it's not like I have to look down first to make sure it's a setup. It's like in my mind, hey, this is a setup. Let me make sure, look down, cool. So that makes me happy, because when I look at my cheat sheet, it looks like a lot as far as rules and everything, but it's really not. I think what really helped was, I think it was last week. No, it was the weekend before last, or like in the middle of last week, is when I kind of like wrote down why this rule was a rule, like why it made sense as far as like the market is concerned. Why does this matter? Why does it not? How come on this setup it matters, but this one it doesn't? So I think writing that out just kind of made everything correlate in my head. So that helped out a lot. All right, we're at the 15-minute mark to the next low impact news event today. And then there will be no more events, at least while I'm trading. There looks like there's a medium impact bond auction at 12:01, but I'll be long gone off the charts by then. I was about to say, why am I not getting back into that trade? But it's because it wicked off of those two levels, so I don't want to take a trade going back towards it. Oh, the way that just wicked off the VWAP. I mean, it literally came and just boom. So my major level to change this from a downtrend bias to an uptrend bias is 57.25 up there. So we're getting pretty close. All right, so that's that now. And I can't, oh, I don't need to know that anyway. I'm going to keep this here until after the first pullback. Because if it pulls back too far, I can't go trade going back towards it the very first pullback after my trend changes. Right now, I am still looking to get into the, not anymore. Never mind. That was a really good sale. I just didn't get into it because of the previous swung up from the current open and prior close. So I normally don't take trades going back towards that, but and actually, no, it would have been invalid anyway. It's too much volume going that way. Not getting into this buy because of it pushing off of the major level that changes from a downtrend to an uptrend. So like I said, that very first pullback, I just don't take. With it closing on the VWAP, it could actually push up, but I'm not going to chance it. Trading within this 100-point range, 168 to 900. Let's see, 168. Yeah. Basically the session high and low, really. Are you guys taking advantage of the one-day evals? I never do because I don't know. I just feel like, I know that there are some people who feel like, oh, Apex is doing this on purpose. They know that people are going to YOLO, blah, blah, blah. But my biggest thing is people who are YOLOing because it's a one-day eval, they were probably YOLOing anyway. And as I've told other people, there are people who trade the eval like it's a PA, and there are people who don't. Period. And the way that I see it, if you were already doing what you were doing, like there's a lot of people who pass the evals in a 1 to 3 days and they just flip the rest of the days anyway. So it's really not changing anything, honestly. But that's just my opinion. I feel like for people who don't YOLO, or let's say that you have somebody who, is funded and they're constantly getting payouts, and really the only thing for them is just, the fact that they lose time when they're trying to get new PAs. Well, for those people, it's good because now they're not losing time, but they're also not YOLOing and gambling and not having a set strategy to begin with. They have a set strategy. So this is just helping them get the evals faster, you know? 1127. I do have the setup, but I'm gonna have to break even now. Just because the setup happened right before my time to break even prior to news. I was hoping that even though I had to set the break even, it would just keep going, but it didn't. I can't take that one. Sometimes when I don't get in, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to break even in like 10 seconds, it'll enter and just shoop, take right off. And then I'm mad because I should have just got into it. I don't think this is going to stall long enough for me to be able to get into the. Actually, it might. I'm looking to get into a buy continuation at the pullback to my middle level. What is it again? See if the VWAP can hold it. It's got like a minute and a half to decide, because at 9:29, if it's not closed, I'll have to break even to prepare for the news event. But we might be okay. And there we go. The VWAP acted like it didn't want to hold it. It came back below. And that should be it until news. Or I could take that off of my screen. All right, so 2-minute break for news. I'm good on that. It's good for some, but they know the gambler's gonna gamble. To me, it defeats the purpose of what they say about the purpose of the trailing drawdown, because to pass in one day, you have to take larger size, which is gonna blow up a lot of the account. Absolutely. Especially if you're not, like, if you're scalping and you get, let's say, 10 to 15 good setups a day, you probably could do it without just completely maxing out contracts. From a business aspect, it's a money game, of course, yes. But you also have the other side of it where, to me, Apex beats every other competitor, except there are competitors that have the 2-day pass rule or the 5-day pass rule. So from that perspective, if you have this company over here where they can pass in 2 days, people don't care about anything else. Like, they don't care about the fact that they pay more for the eval, more for the PA conversion fee. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about how long it takes them to actually withdraw. All they care about is the fact that they can pass it in 2 days. So if that's most people's hang up is, hey, you're making me take 7 days, but this person over here is taking 2. I feel like the first time they did it was probably to test the waters and see, And I mean, if people really think about it, they purposely chose the time that they did to do this, because no matter what, even if you converted the PA or passed the eval to convert it when they first put it out, you can't do any kind of withdrawing until the week of the 1st, right? No matter what, because if you passed it here, no matter what, it was going to take you way too many days because the 15th is not a trading day. It's a holiday. I think it's MLK if I'm not mistaken. So no matter what, you were not going to be able to get your 10 days in here. You were going to have to push all the way to the 1st to the 5th. So from that perspective, if people were smart enough to pay attention, the 1 day pass was pointless. Unless you just really wanted to pass it that fast. I personally feel like it's something that they'll probably do every single month when they know, like they'll put it out to where no matter what time you pass it before the promo is over, you're going to have to wait until the following pay period. Like you're going to have to skip a pay period. And I just think that that's what's going to happen. But like you said, they know people are going to gamble. These people are gambling anyway. So why not give the people what they want? Because people like me, I don't care what kind of promo you have. Unless you come out with something that's a 90% off the monthly for evals, you won't get another dime out of me except my renewal fee on these 5 accounts. Because all of my accounts are at the 80% renewal. So I have no reason to replace any of these accounts, to pay a reset fee, no nothing. I have a fresh new account every Monday, no matter what. No matter what. So I feel like it's a good idea from the standpoint of helping people who are not gambling. Absolutely. But even like for the gamblers, like I tell anybody, you as the trader, you're the one who controls the narrative, right? If they can't trick me, quote unquote, into going full port and full DGN to pass just because it's a 1 day pass, if you allow them to make you want to gamble, that has to do with your own trader psychology. Because everyone I know that does not gamble, we didn't start buying up a bunch of evals just because, you know. And then they're like, well, why don't they do the 80% with the 1 day eval? Are you crazy? The 71% to 80% discount, that 9% is quite a bit, especially depending on the account size. They're not going to do all of that. They want you to gamble with a higher paid eval fee. And if you do it, that's on you. Nobody could control that but you. Nobody. So I don't know. People are a hot mess. Hot mess. Where is, oh, this is my only one. I haven't had to trade around any of my support or resistance levels for, I think, all week. It's been kind of staying away from those. Besides, I think maybe just the first support and resistance levels, I consider the major. So this is the Ninja Super Pivot. So the middle pivot level, which they have labeled as PP, that's always my yellow dotted line. And then the first support level and the first resistance level before it starts extending out, those are considered major levels to me. And then of course the VWAP. I really like that super pivot because I remember before I found it, it was really hard to find support and resistance or supply and demand indicators that could go on Rinkos. So I really like this one, and I like the fact that no matter how volatile the market is or isn't, it's adaptive and it goes off of the previous day's high, low, and all that intraday data. So the levels are pretty accurate. So the biggest thing with the first support and resistance level is anytime it's trading inside of it, and they have this setting where it'll color it like to tell me if this is like an inside bar on the daily or an outside bar, etc. I just don't have it color the middle. But anytime it gets to it, it's like trying to figure out if it's finally going to, break out of whatever kind of bar it is on the daily. That closed right on the line. Yes. Now I could trade at the first support and resistance level. I just can't trade at the middle pivot level unless it's divergence. What have I taken 4 trades? Since the market is asleep, I'm gonna start journaling my trades, at least the times and the results. I always go back later and actually look at the chart and like write down next to it what setup it was. I'm gonna try to catch up on my online trading journal, and my Excel spreadsheet. I'm gonna try to catch up on those today. Oh, I took 5 trades. Why did I think it was 4? You know what? Did I All right, we got 20 minutes before I have to cut off 4 of my setups. It's at 11:38. Why did I? Okay, so I can do it. All right. I'm going back up to the prior high. Can't take any divergent sales because of how it pushed off of my minor level, no matter what. So let's see if we could just push out of here and keep it moving. And I just realized I have all these irrelevant accounts on the screen. It's the only one that matters. Okay, it finally pushed through. We rejected this the prior high and my major resistance level. We rejected it like 4 times before 9 o'clock. It just kept coming right back into the level, and then the 5th and 6th time were at 9:35 and 9:37. So we have officially pushed through, and there's no way for it to close back below it, at least right now. All the other times it would close outside of it and then close right back, like the reversal bar would reverse it right back into the zone. So I won't have that problem this time. And of course my battery's low when I want to listen to music. That's loud. The website is only for rhythmic accounts. Ew, I did not know that. I could cancel pending order in my Ninja Trader. And it's just going up. Oh, I didn't know that it shows when you're live. That's nice. It's cool. That's pretty dope. Is my Discord connected? I don't even know. $14, $16. All right, so I am looking for a buy. Right now my entry is 86.75. And that's as long as we push up before too much volume gets into the swing. What did I say? 14. And it's invalid for now unless it comes down some more before pushing up. But if it pushes up from here, if it comes down to 76.50, I'll look to enter again. But for now, if it pushes up from here, I'm not getting in. No, it needed to come down here. All right, so it pushed from there. It's invalid for me. This is what the trade would have looked like if I got into it, just so you can see. But oh, why did I do that? It would have just hit my break even. And probably the take profit. 86.75 or 92. No, it wouldn't have hit the take profit yet. Wait, which one is this? Oh, minus. Okay. All right, just hit my take profit. What? It's not 10 o'clock yet. It says 1790. I'm looking at some of my backtest data right now. Did this? No, it didn't. Okay. All right. Well, gotta wait longer. I am looking for a buy, but there's a lot of volume that has to make up for it to make sense. Especially because we're pushing off of the VWAP up here. Coming down. Getting close. Man, the stalling after 9:30 is crazy. All right, so not yet. All right, so I'm looking for a buy around 91.25. And as long as the opposite volume doesn't paint on my chart after I enter, I'll stay in it. And as long as it doesn't come down to a 80.75, as long as we stay above here. This is why I don't take the divergence trades off of the VWAP. That would have been a loss. It would have looked like that. Because like I said, my thought process is it wouldn't have created divergence and stopped there if that level wasn't there. So see, it didn't paint at all, so make sure it doesn't flash red. Bro, are you gonna paint? All right, 1, 2, 3. I feel like that was bar 4. I used to get out when the freaking thing didn't paint within a certain number of bars. I think I lost a trade yesterday when that happened, but it's not a rule of mine anymore. I don't know if I need to make it one. So I'm kind of a little iffy on this one, but we'll see if it's enough to push past the VWAP or not. We're getting that 10 o'clock volume that happens right at 10 o'clock and then it just disappears again. But it didn't flash red, so I'm gonna stay in. Just need to see it to 96.25 to move my stop to break even. So 2 more ticks from the high of where it is, well, where it was. Are we serious? We're not serious. Push past the VWAP. I am making note of every time my the volume indicator doesn't paint either way, like on the bars. So like this one didn't paint till like the fourth bar or fifth bar, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe the fifth. So I write that down so that I just know for the future in case I need to make that a thing again. Come on, you can do it. What is this? The second deviation level? Yeah. Just get to 96.25 and I don't care what you do after that. You could do it. There we go. Thank you. My goodness. Okay. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's look at this a little bit different. Wait, what did I just do? Oh. And that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. Yeah, no, so I can keep it the same way. Alright, I can close that sheet. So large amount of data. Do you want to be able to paste this into? No, I don't. Oh, it went one tick past my take profit and reversed. We love to see it. Need it to come down more before I look for buys again. That's gonna create a pin bar if it goes up from here, which I don't trade anymore. So I'm almost back at 1,000 in drawdown in this account. Hopefully the P&L either ends here or higher. I don't want to lose any trades between now and 11. But I'm also not going to stop trading either, so. It's going to be a task trying to catch up on my online journal and my Excel spreadsheet. I think that I just didn't do it because I was still trying to figure out those couple of little last tweaks. So it's like, I'm going to categorize all of this stuff just to go back and do it again. So, because I'm going to have to go back to last week's data and there's going to be certain trades I'm going to have to mark as like invalid now. So, because in my online trade journal, I have it like where each trade is categorized as the specific setup it was, but if it was invalid based on, the current data at the time or, my current rules at the time or any rules that I figured out later on, I just mark it as invalid because when I go and look at I could still look at the overall picture of what my P&L is, but then I can also filter it to say, okay, if we take out all the invalid trades, then what would it be? Because that's like the most important number for me. What is it after all of my rules are set in stone? Because that's how I judge my edge or my true win-loss ratio and how well my strategy is adapting to different markets is what everything is when the rules are what they are, not how I actually traded it at the time that I traded it. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go to the store today? I kind of need to. I'm running out of tea. Yes, if you pay one time. Okay, so we came down far enough, so that's good. Now I'm just waiting to see if volume is going to support the trade going back to the VWAP. Right now, there's not enough pushing it. There's plenty of us. All right, so this point is pushing down, looks like to my middle level down here. If it stops here. So even though it's a pullback to my middle level, it's like a form of divergence to continue the trend. However, the volume is still showing a positive volume and I need it to be negative. not negative volume, but I need the sellers to kind of take over. It's still showing that the buyers are in control, even though this was a pretty decent sized pullback, like 20 points. All right, and so now it's completely invalid because my minor trend just changed to a downtrend, but the overall bias is still an uptrend. And the buyers are still in control, at least for now. Now they're not. It may pull all the way back to my major level, but I don't take pullbacks to my major level after 10 o'clock. So all the pullbacks to my major level, my 1 bar pullbacks and counter trend, well, divergence, I don't take after 10. This doesn't set up that much, so I gotta look at my cheat sheet. All right, so we pulled back far enough for me to feel comfortable getting into the buy now. Looks counter trend, but it's not for me because my overall bias is a buy anyway. See if we got enough to push up, and we'll see. Question is, can we push past this resistance level? I don't take profit at the support or resistance levels either for now. So what is that? Oh, 73. 1857. That'll piss me off. It came literally 1 tick away from moving my stop loss to break even. That'll be so trash. That's not. What the hell? I don't know what just happened with that. Okay. I guess I could at least at the major ones. It's just like stuff where, is this gonna happen often or can I just not care? I don't know. Yeah, probably maybe at the major levels. I'll have to see. It doesn't trade at these levels enough for me to, I wouldn't say pay attention, but yeah, it doesn't trade there very often. Yeah. See, it was literally 1 tick away from moving my stop loss to break even. Taking the ecstasy without ecstasy. And this is why I like these levels, but yeah, I'll probably just start taking profit, or at least moving the stop to break even at the first the first resistance and support levels. But then it's like, well, I guess those would matter more than the middle pivot level though, because now it's like back in this zone, which I don't know if it's an inside bar, outside bar. I don't know today because I don't look at any chart but the chart that I have. And the super pivot will color it. You see regular, inside, outside. Let me see. Let's see what color it makes it. Is that yellow? I feel like that's yellow. Partially colorblind. So it's a regular bar. Okay. So yeah, I might just start doing that just with the first and second levels because those are pretty. I mean, not first and second, the first resistance and support levels. We'll see. I couldn't get into the buy going back off the double bottom just because the volume of the swings were the same, which I don't ever take them like that. And this is the exact same thing that happened to me yesterday. If you guys remember, I got into a buy. It came like a couple of ticks from hitting my break, moving the stop loss to break even, created a freaking double bottom, and then went straight to my take profit. So now I know break even at the middle VWAP line, at the prior close and current open lines if they're really close together, and then the very first support and resistance levels. I can remember that. That's easy. Those are like the only major levels that really matter. We're still positive, so that's good. Yeah, so setting the break even for both of those trades this morning. Let me see. That caused me to lose what, $200, almost $50. So I'll be at $350 right now. I could dig that. Because I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't even trade. Oh, I went too far back. Just trying to go back through the last like 7 days of history to see there were other times where I kind of needed to do the same thing. Where's the first 522? Oh, that's way up there. Okay. So I know at the regular support and resistance levels, I don't need to do that. $809. All right, so that one took profit. That one I didn't have to worry about. So far, let me see, that was the 4th. Yeah, see, it doesn't even trade near those very much. That one took profit already. Nope. What is this? I think this is yesterday, yeah. I don't even think it traded near the levels yesterday at all. Yeah, it's all the way down there. Just kind of stayed close to the middle pivot level yesterday. Oh, yeah, this was this morning. So it only happened once in the last 7 days, and that particular trade won. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was, and it also was divergence. And it was a sell coming into the, going back towards the support level. So it was trying to get into it. This one was trying to get, no, it was trying to get out of the level. And this one was trying to get out as well. So I don't know. For now, I'm probably not going to make it a rule. I mean, it's 1-1 right now, at least from the last week of data. I can always go back to some of my backtest data and see. I don't know. So I'm just going to say for now, it's not a rule. But the one from earlier where it hit that prior close and current open and reversed right away, like it did yesterday, that's definitely a rule now. So I'll just say I'm just missing $124 versus 250. So 226. That's a good day. And I always think from the perspective of I'm only trading for 2.5 hours. Even in my profession, I can't make that much money in 2.5 hours. And then when you start multiplying by, multiple accounts and stuff, it starts to add up. So what is this? I don't know. I don't need that no more. All right, got 30 minutes left. Did I keep the color over there? I thought I took the color off. Yeah, whatever. This is creating a 1 bar pullback that I don't trade after 10. Where is... Oh, that must be inside of here. It is, okay. Did I keep the oh, I did. Okay. Right, draw a horizontal line where the price is. Shame that it's so hard to trade with Rhythmic on Mac. They should either have an integration with TV or have their own web platform. Okay. All right. I just need to highlight all of that just happened right there. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get any more trades before the session ends, which I would be absolutely happy with, or fine with. I wouldn't say happy, but fine with. My levels are all out of order. Which it pretty much got that way like at 10:13. So back there. And it's kind of trading near my major level right now. My major level is now lined up with the first resistance level and the prior high. Now the question is, do I want to take this trade? It's rotating, so it needs to be above, but then if it doesn't, so it's gonna take a lot for this to be valid for me. My overall bias is still an uptrend, but there's no valid buys right here at all. Possibly looking to sell around 62.75, but it's got to stall here a little bit longer. It almost was ready. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was literally like 4 volume missing for me to be able to get in. That's what it looks like. Oh, that sucks. Or am I tripping? 12:30. I think I was tripping. I think I actually was supposed to get into that. I'm pretty sure I was. I'm so slow. I was looking at the wrong number. Oh, that's so bad. Am I? No, I'm not tripping. Okay, I was not supposed to get into it. Oh, that would have made me so mad. It would have broke even anyway. But yeah, I was not supposed to get in it. I was missing 4 in volume to get into it. Okay, at least it didn't hit my full take profit. Mm-hmm. So I could get into this. The only reason I'm not gonna get into this particular buy is because the entry would be so close to this first resistance level, and because so far this week is 1 and 1, I'm just not even gonna. Since I don't know if I need to make that a rule or not, I'm just gonna stay out of it. That's what it looks like. And actually, it was invalid anyway, because it's gotta be. That volume was more than both, so yeah. So I was good there. I'd have been saved. I wouldn't have got into it anyway. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, I can't trade that anyway. All right. Okay. What about anything that's not from a sale, so I don't get that. But I did pass the one I was working on yesterday. I have a sale setting up, but my levels are out of order, and typically on my regular pullbacks to my minor level, I don't get into it if they're out of order, but I also don't know if at least the minor level is in the front. So that lets me know that that's kind of like, I guess, lead in charge. But, and it's pushing up anyway. That makes it even better. Now it's completely invalidated no matter what. I love it. All right, so it just pulled back to my mid level, which is 70. I don't know what that is, 75.50. See, closed. The only problem with this sale is it's going to wick off of the VWAP, which I don't want. If the body closes, then I'll be all right. So weird how it's all out of order though. All right, so that's invalidated. Now my minor trend just changed to an uptrend. If I have failed If I have a failed eval when it comes to the next monthly payment with an automatic reset, do I need to pay for a reset? Oh, somebody answered. Good. All right, we got 15 minutes left. Today has been boring. Uh-uh. So we broke out of the zone again, as you can see. I guess I'll keep it colored on this chart. Only way I'll be able to get into another trade is if another buy sets up. Oh, I'm looking at this buy that I didn't take here, and I actually would have gotten stopped out by one tick or to the tick. To the tick and gone. Even though it was going back towards the prior high, the only reason I didn't get into it is because it wicked off of my resistance level. So the volume pattern wasn't correct. Goodbye. So I'm not looking for buys right now. My minor level hasn't gotten in front of the mid level, so I highly doubt I have any setups. Because it's gonna have to take out this. It's gonna have to take out this higher high up here in order to get to that point. So Oh yeah, Trenches, sorry. I'm on the phone. It's nothing setting up. I doubt I get any more setups in the next 5 minutes. I have a sale setting up possibly right now, but my levels are out of order, so I can't take it. So yeah, I just highly doubt I'll be able to take any trades for now at least. So we'll see. But I'm still here. All right, y'all. So this is the end of the session for me. It's only like 30 seconds left. There's nothing that's going to happen. Made some more progress today. I told you guys my goal is to be positive every day this week and to end the week positive. So, and each day has gotten higher. Monday was 69. Tuesday was 80. Today is 102. The only thing I think I could have done better today was setting my stop loss to break even once it hit the prior close and current open levels, since they were literally the same levels for the most part. I think that's the only thing that I could have really changed. So at this point, my drawdown in this account is 875, which is good. So we're moving on up. And that's that. I hope you guys had a great trading session today. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for the continued support. And good luck with the rest of your session if you're staying on. I will do a overview like I did yesterday, and that will come out tonight at 5 o'clock. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow.